You are standing in line at a French recruitment office, passport in hand, heart pounding, about to change your life forever. You do not need to be French. You do not even need to speak the language. All you need is to show up and prove you are worth keeping. Men from over 140 countries have walked through that same door. Some are running from something. Some are running towards something. You are both. The first thing they take is your name. You are now an Engage Volontaire, an enlisted volunteer. No rank, no white kepi, just a green beret and 15 weeks of the hardest training of your life ahead. You are sent to La Ferme, the farm. A place with no phone signal, no comfort, and absolutely no mercy. Every morning starts before the sun. You run, you carry, you march, you fall, and then you get back up, because no one is going to do it for you. The instructors speak French. You do not, but you learn fast, because understanding the command is the only way to avoid the consequence. After 4 weeks at La Ferme, you face the Marche Kepi Blanc, a grueling march that earns you the right to wear the white kepi. You complete it. A white kepi is placed on your head. You are now a Legionnaire. This is the beginning. As a Legionnaire de deuxième classe, a second-class Legionnaire, your monthly pay is around 1,572 euros. Every franc of it is earned. You are also handed a rifle and told it is yours. You must never lose it. You must never leave it behind. That rifle becomes your identity. Months pass. You clean, you train, you cook, you dig. You are the lowest man in the most elite force in the world, and every senior Legionnaire above you makes sure you remember it. After 10 months of service, you become a Legionnaire de première classe, a first-class Legionnaire. It is not a promotion. It is a recognition that you survived long enough to matter. Your duties grow. You begin leading small tasks. You begin noticing new recruits making the same mistakes you made 6 months ago. 2 years in, you are selected for the Caporal course. 1 month of intense leadership instruction inside your own regiment. You pass. You are now a Caporal, a corporal, the first real authority you have ever held in this organization. As a Caporal, you now lead a fire team, 4 men. Their performance is your performance. Their failures are your failures. The Legion does not send you somewhere boring. You could be in Africa, the Middle East, or Southeast Asia within months of your promotion. 6 years of service, consistent performance. You are now eligible for the Caporal Chef, Senior Corporal. This is where many Legionnaires plateau, not you. As a Caporal Chef, you are a bridge between the raw Legionnaires below and the NCOs above. You translate the Legion's culture from one generation to the next. For non-French Legionnaires, Caporal Chef is the ceiling, unless you apply for French citizenship. Most stop here. Those who push forward do so because the Legion is not just their job, it is everything they are. You become a French national. Your declared identity is no longer a shield. You are now fully committed to a country that was not yours by birth, but is yours by choice. After 3 years of service as a Caporal Chef, and with at least 7 years total in the Legion, you can be selected for the Sergent course. You are now a Sergent, the lowest ranking non-commissioned officer in the Foreign Legion. And it means more than most ranks twice its level in other armies. You lead a squad, you plan patrols, you make decisions that directly affect the lives of the men under your command. The Legion deploys to Africa frequently. You find yourself in Mali, in Djibouti, in places where the heat is a weapon in itself. 3 years as a sergeant. Your performance record is clean. You are selected for promotion to Sergeant Chef. As a Sergeant Chef, a staff sergeant, you carry tactical responsibility. You mentor younger sergeants. You are the institutional backbone of the Legion's fighting force. By now you have deployed multiple times. You have friends who did not come back. You carry their memory the same way the Legion carries its dead, with silence and discipline. At the Adjudant level, you are a warrant officer. This rank is reserved for the very best NCOs, those who have proven themselves not once, not twice, but over a decade of unbroken service. An adjutant does not just follow orders. An adjutant shapes strategy at the unit level. You are now the most experienced soldier in almost every room you walk into. 4 years as an adjutant with at least 14 years of total service. You are now an Adjutant Chef, Senior Warrant Officer. You have outlasted the majority of every man who ever stood in that recruitment line with you. The Adjutant Chef advises officers. You are trusted in ways that most enlisted soldiers in any army can never dream of being trusted. And then there is the Major, the highest NCO rank in the entire French Foreign Legion. This is not given. This is earned by examination or by decades of extraordinary service. As a major in the Legion, you are the equivalent of a regimental sergeant major. Your word carries the weight of everything the Legion stands for. Now the path splits. A small number of majors who show exceptional potential are given the opportunity to cross into the commissioned officer ranks. The road from here is narrow and steep. You are now a sous-lieutenant, a second lieutenant. You have crossed from the enlisted world into the officer corps. Only around 10% of Legion officers were ever Legionnaires first. You walk through the mess hall, and the men who once outranked you now stand when you enter. It is a strange and powerful feeling that you do not show on your face. As a lieutenant, you command a platoon, 30 to 40 men. Their training, their readiness, their survival is yours to own. The promotion to Capitan, captain, comes after proving yourself as a lieutenant. You now command a company. Over 100 soldiers look to you. A Capitan in the French Foreign Legion is not a desk position. You deploy with your men. You eat the same food, breathe the same dust, carry the same weight. The Legion has been to Chad, to Lebanon, to Afghanistan, to Kosovo. Wherever France needs its finest force, the Legion goes. And as a Capitan, you are in the middle of all of it. Next comes the rank of Commandant, a major by equivalent. You now think in battalions, not platoons. Hundreds of lives, entire operations. As a Commandant, you begin to see the full picture of what the Legion actually is. Not just soldiers, a culture, a code, a brotherhood stretching back nearly 200 years. Lieutenant Colonel, you are now deputy commander of a regiment. The scope of your responsibility would have been unimaginable to the volunteer who arrived at that recruitment office years ago. And then the colonel. You command an entire regiment of the French Foreign Legion, the 2nd Foreign Parachute Regiment, the 1st Foreign Cavalry Regiment, possibly the most respected combat unit in Europe. A colonel of the French Foreign Legion does not just command soldiers. He is the guardian of the Legion's traditions, of its code of honor. Of Legio Patria Nostra, the Legion is our homeland. Above colonel sits the general. In the French Foreign Legion, there are 2 general officer grades that may command the Legion, the General de Brigade and the General de Division. As a General de Brigade, you are authorized to command the entire French Foreign Legion, every regiment, every deployment, every soldier. And then there is the General de Division, the absolute top, the highest authority in the French Foreign Legion. Only a handful of men have ever stood here. But you are not just a general. You are a man who once wore a green beret with no name, no rank, and nothing but determination to prove he belonged. The Legion has a motto that every soldier learns in their first week. Legio Patria Nostra. The Legion is our homeland. Because for most who join, they have left their real homeland behind. The Legion does not just give them a rank, it gives them a place to belong. Every year on Cameroon Day, the 30th of April, every Legion soldier across the world stops to honor the Battle of Cameroon in 1863. In that battle, 65 Legionnaires held off 2,000 Mexican soldiers. They fought until almost none remained. The Legion calls this the spirit of Cameroon. That spirit lives in every rank. It is the reason a Legionnaire de deux classes scrubs a floor without complaint. It is why a sergeant chef leads from the front, not the rear. The gold chevrons on your sleeve mark every 5 years of service. 1 chevron, 2, 3, 4. Each one is a story that no words can fully tell. The Legion is based in Auban, near Marseille. The headquarters is where the Legion's history, records, and soul are preserved. The white kepi is the most recognized symbol of the Legion. You do not buy it. You do not inherit it. You earn it at the end of a march that most people could not finish. In combat, the Legion has proven itself over and over. In the Gulf War, in the Balkans, in Afghanistan, in Mali, on every continent where France has needed its best. At every rank you carry the same code of honor. Be a soldier of quality and pride. Respect your seniors. Never abandon your weapon or your comrade. The Legion is approximately 8,000 strong today. In a world of millions of soldiers, 8,000 men carry this name. That is what makes every rank mean something real. You think about the day you arrived, passport in hand, no language, no rank, no certainty that you would even be accepted. And now you look at the men who stand where you once stood, young, nervous, uncertain, and you remember exactly what they are about to go through. You do not feel pity for them, you feel respect, because stepping through that door takes more courage than most people will ever know. Every rank in the French Foreign Legion comes with something that no other military in the world can give you. a second chance to be exactly who you choose to be. Some men join broken, some join bored, some join because no other door was open. The Legion does not ask why you came, only what you are willing to give. The march from Legionnaire to General is not measured in years alone. It is measured in deployments survived, commands earned, and brothers never forgotten. Fewer than 1 in 4 Legionnaires ever make it to NCO. Fewer still reach officer level. The system does not care about your background. It only cares about your performance. Even a man wanted by his home country can join the Legion. The anonymity, the anonymous enlistment policy, was designed specifically so that anyone could have a clean start. That policy still exists today. You can arrive as anyone and leave as a Legionnaire. The Legion protects your privacy as fiercely as it protects its own borders. 3 years of service qualifies a Legionnaire of any nationality to apply for French citizenship. Many do. Some choose to remain foreign. Both are respected equally. The Cameroon Day Parade in Aubagne is the most important day in the Legion calendar. Units from around the world return to march together. It is more than ceremony. It is an annual declaration of who they are. Your final years in the Legion are quiet in a different way. Not the quiet of peace, but the quiet of a man who no longer needs to prove himself to anyone. The day of retirement comes. Your service record is folded and filed in Aubagne. Your name, your real name, will remain there forever. You walk out of the gate one final time. You are no longer in the Legion, but the Legion is still inside you. It always will be. From Engage Volontaire to General de Division, from no name to a name etched in Legion history. Every rank was a test. You passed them all. This is the life of every French Foreign Legion rank. One man, one journey, one of the most extraordinary paths a human being can walk. If you made it to the end of this video, you already have more discipline than most. Drop a comment below and tell us which rank impressed you the most. And if you want more journeys like this one, you know what to do.